what in the world are you excited about? Let's go.
From Lubbock, Texas.
What up, Mama K? Vince checking in from Trade Nation, Vegas. Super excited about the momentum and mode on this team. Excited to have everybody and all the new members. Welcome to the team. Let's go.
Hey, it's Twice checking in. I'm from St. Louis, of course, but I'm in Dallas, and I'm just excited to break generational curses. Let's go.
Hey y'all, it's T-Bird from Lubbock, Texas, checking in. I'm excited for all the mentorship and momentum we're having and just the real love that's in this community. There's a lot of support here. Appreciate y'all.
I am fired up. Let's go. Marky Warner checking in, Mr. Fuchsman. I'm fired up.
Guys, it's Rashad Muhammad.
Fired up.
Yeah, from
What's up, family? Coach K calling in from Charleston, South Carolina, and I am super excited about this opportunity and excited to be alongside a whole lot of other believers. Let's go.
This is Branden Thompson from Dallas, Texas, and I am just excited about all of the wealth of knowledge under one platform.
Curtis Harvey, Louisville, Kentucky. What's up, family?
Hey y'all, this is Vonna Stacy from St. Louis. I'm really excited about making a change right here.
What's good, family? Vegas Cake checking in.
John Melvin from Vegas. Excited about the rank ups that's going to come in Trade Nation, Rich Nation. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, family? This is Kendra from Atlanta, and I am just excited about the momentum of this team and our organization. I'm just excited overall about life. Thank you, guys.
What's good, family? This is Vegas Cake checking in from Vegas. I'm just excited for being on the winning team. Hope all is well.
Hey, I'm from Vegas too.
All right. The time is now. The time is now. We don't want to waste no more time. Matter of fact, we gonna give it 60 more seconds. If you didn't have an opportunity to shout yourself out or invite your team to the call, it's almost at 500. I'm sure we can get it to 500 in the next 60 seconds. Who's on the line? Where you from?
Arizona.
My name is Sheila Maxwell from Maryland. Shout out Millionaires Millennium.
Louisiana.
This is Dada M.
Jackson from Orlando,
Charlotte from B. Two up, two down.
Let's get it. Brooklyn in the house.
What's up? Michelle Satchel from Waldorf, Maryland.
Yo.
St. Louis, stand up.
There you go.
got no nipples.
Oakland, California.
Right.
Yes, sir. Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn.
Y'all too late. Mute your phones.
Most definitely enough.
Time is here. Time is here.
Time back there.
General Alabama, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Chicago, born and raised, baby.
John Wick, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Chicago.
Rod Sirius L, Phoenix, Arizona.
Stand up. That bitch fine.
Matheno, Marble Bay, Baltimore, Maryland. What's up, Chad?
All right. Let's get this call started. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to be hosting this call because what's about to happen is never been done before on this end. You know, I personally got a chance to really vibe with Mr. Thompson. You know, he's somebody that I've always wanted to interview on this podcast live Zoom. It's been a long time coming. And the reason why I always wanted to interview him is because the way he moves. You know, this is somebody we're about to get a chance to hear from that has absolutely done something that is remarkable. Probably, I mean, this has to go down in history, what is happening, right? And that is like no cap at all, right? So what we're gonna also do is we're gonna give him respect. So I'm gonna be on the host. And because we got so many people who wanna be on this line, I purposely had it capped at 500 because we just wanted, you know, we wanted this intimate, right? So what I'm gonna be doing is if you don't mute your line, I'm just gonna kick you off the call, right? Because we're gonna give an opportunity for people to come on this call by you messing up and us kicking you off the call, right? So make sure that's not you, all right? So make sure that's not you, all right? So make sure you look at your phone, make sure you're muted, right? Because you will be kicked out of this VIP interview. This is not a training, this is real life. You're gonna get so many nuggets because success is caught. Sometimes it's not taught. So I'm excited, man. So I just want to know, is my brother from another mother? We got the same last name, but we're definitely not brothers by blood, but brothers by relation, man. Are you on the line, Branden Thompson?
I'm on the line, man. What's going on with you, cuzzo?
Man, God is good, cuz. Where you at in the world? You still in Cali?
I'm in West Hollywood, man. I still need to pull up on you, bro.
Yeah, I came back to Vegas, though, but I'll be in Cali like in 2 weeks, so we can make it happen.
Okay, cool, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
For sure. Let me unpin myself. All right, cool. For sure, man. So real quick, let me start to record too. So we're gonna keep it real. All right, that's cool with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, perfect. Yeah, man, because so the first thing I want to ask you, man, is who brought this deal to you? Like, and is this your first network marketing company?
So I'll answer the second question first. So no, this isn't my first network marketing company. This is the first company that I've been successful in. I started off, my first company was Vector Marketing Cutco, selling knives. Did that for a few months. I also did Primerica for a little bit, but I couldn't get certified because my card got declined. So I was like, oh, wasn't meant to be. Kept that going. I actually first met you probably don't remember because you still the GOAT, but this is when I found out who Chad Thompson was. I got in 5 links. I was in 5 links. That was my longest tenure in a company, was at 5 links. I was there for 2 years, made pretty much no money. It's not even worth mentioning. But the amount of personal development.
Did you build a team?
Man, it was so hard. I tried, but I had a couple people on. I had a few customers here and there. I really focused on the credit card processing side. I feel like that was my niche. And I got a few customers and I was able to get bread like that. But it was hard to build a team with that compensation plan, especially like my age. And if you had never really built anything in network marketing, I didn't really have anything to work with. But 5 links definitely taught me a lot. And then I did artists for a little bit because my pops was an artist. I did artists selling, health supplements and stuff like that. So,
did your mom ever join?
Did my mom join artists?
Or any one of them?
My mom was my customer in 5 links. So she always supported me. So she was an entrepreneur. So I think she got her business phone with me. And then we got like cable and stuff like internet. She supported me on that, but like she didn't actually build a team, but she definitely showed love as becoming one of my customers. And then the person that actually brought this opportunity, I Am Mastery Academy, was my middle school friend. He's known as Darren Woods, but he reinvented himself as DL Moneyman Woods. So I've been knowing him since I was 12 years old. We met in the 6th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, so we from the
I didn't know
same,
y'all went that far back.
same neighborhood, man. So we always kept in touch. We went to different high schools.
Was he really a hooper, man? He used to claim he could hoop, man. Was he a hooper back there?
Man, DL actually could hoop, man. He was a street baller. You know what I'm saying? That was his style. When we was in middle school, he was the one doing the slip and slide, dropping on the floor and getting back up and putting his shirt over your head and all types of crazy stuff. That was his thing. But he could hoop, man. He could definitely go a little bit. So if he say he could hoop, you know, he ain't lying. I'm not gonna say who's better, but you know, he could go.
Facts. So now you're in IM, a high school or a middle school friend put you on. Now let's talk about your first 5 months, right? Because there's some people on the line who don't know you. Then there's some people on the line who you are literally their idol. They can't go a day without looking at you. So kind of talk about your first 5 months to catch both of those people up to speed.
Okay, absolutely. And much love to anybody that's following the journey and that supports what I've been doing. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motivate me just as much as I probably motivate y'all. But my first 5 months in the business was like the average person, honestly. I got in, you know, and no, this is no shade to DL because I'm forever grateful for him even picking up that phone call. But DL had got in maybe a week or 2 weeks before I did. So he wasn't well seasoned in this opportunity like I was. He was 2 weeks in before I came in. And what happened was, you know, I came in, I was excited about learning how to invest, but I felt like I didn't really have that hands-on guidance. If you would have been a little bit more hands-on, then I probably would have jump-started my journey a little sooner. And that's not on him. Once again, he didn't really know he was getting comfortable. And then 2, I was in Long Beach, California. When he told me, he was in Houston, Texas. So my first 5 months was me kind of being on the phone with him from time to time, messing around with MetaTrader 4. I didn't even really watch IM Mastery Academy. I didn't watch any of the videos. I didn't know what the harmonic scanner was. I was just kind of playing around with it, right? And the reason that I was playing around with it was, one, because DL wasn't right here with me. There was no system. There was no chairman. There was no everyday prospect call. There was no, you know, accountability system. And then not to mention, I was already making 6 figures as an engineer. So I wasn't hurting for money. You know, I was already making good money. I just wanted to take my finances to the next level. So first 5 months it started off kind of slow. So I started in March of 2017. I didn't start watching IM Mastery Academy till probably late May. So it took me about a good almost 3 months to really start getting acclimated into the education so I could understand what it was. Once I did that, then the light bulb went off. So then that brings me into June. Around early June, when I understood what I was in, I had a family chat with my mom, my grandmother, aunt, uncle, and Bryce. And I was sending profits from the demo, sending profits. And I told them, I was like, I found a way. And, you know, everybody else was like, most of the people in the chat was like, oh, okay, you know, well, you know, show us. And then Bryce was like, I'm ready. And what made him delay his start date was we didn't know that there were brokers out there at the time that allowed you to participate under 21, because we were doing Trader's Way. And so like that kind of prevented him from getting started because I didn't know any other brokers. And then
Trader's Way had an age limit?
Trader's Way had an age limit. You had to be 21 and up. Then we found JAFX. I don't know if you remember that broker, JAFX.
Oh yeah.
That was the first time I got on Bitcoin was with them, but they allowed you to be 18 and older to start. So once we found that broker, then we got Bryce started. And I didn't hit P150 till late June. So I had already been in the company almost going on 4 months before I even hit P150.
So you paid? So you was paying this whole time?
I was paying the whole time. And honestly, I'll take a step back. Like probably that second month I was paying, I hit DL and I was like, bro, I don't know if this is for me. I'd be completely transparent. I was like, bro, I'm not really taking this serious. No, I'm not hurting the 145 coming out every month, but it's like, what is this? Like, if I'm gonna do this, I need some type of results. I can't keep just paying and not getting any type of benefit. And then that's when he kind of checked me. He was like, at that time, he was probably more in it now than I was. He was actually getting acclimated to all the resources and tools. And he was like, well, did you go through the academy? I was like, no, I haven't. And then he was like, well, did you log into a harmonic scan? I was like, nah, man. He's like, well, then you really haven't given it a chance. I was like, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and actually do my due diligence and actually go about this the right way. So, you know, like I said again, shout out to DL for the call, and then even like telling me like, yo, just get this a real shot before you know what I'm saying, decide to kick it to the side. And, you know, I gave it a shot. That's when I got into the academy. You know, I started getting more and more insight on what it was, and it made sense. And then I felt even more comfortable to put my family on. And then that's when I put Bryce on. So within that first 5 months, I went from not taking it serious to actually diving into the academy, understanding what it was, getting comfortable to the point where I could tell my family about it and put Bryce on, who you know now to be a Chairman 750. But a takeaway that I could give anybody that's listening from the first 5 months is that I was just like anybody else. I came in and I didn't take it serious. Now, granted, it was a lack of mentorship. And once again, this is no shade to DL. He was just getting comfortable. So once he got comfortable, he was able to have that conversation with me 2 months later and say, hey, get into this, get into that. But imagine if I would have had that same conversation maybe 2 months prior, I would have sped up a little bit more. But it's all about timing and then the growth of whoever put you in. But now we're in the time, guys, where you come in, it's so many mentors, virtual, hands-on, you can go to events. None of those things were available to me when I first started. And so that kind of was why I was slow to move my training and get things
so
going.
BT, let me ask you this. So what is this now to you, right? Because you went from first 5 months not doing this thing to now making millions of dollars. So if you could tell the guest on the line, what is this to you very quickly? What is this to you? What are they paying for? What are they giving the Academy $235 for? How are you explaining it?
So to me, man, the $235 is really to give you insight to the world's largest financial market. Man, in retrospect, I didn't understand what I was paying for at the beginning. I didn't understand what I was paying for. And now being in it, I now understand that they're literally giving you the keys to your freedom. They're giving you the keys to your freedom, right? You gotta realize you're being given information for, let's go for the elite package. $325. That's the top package you can get. That gives you everything, all the bells and whistles. And that wasn't even available to me when I started. But now that's something that everybody can get access to, not only Forex, but digital currency and binary options. They are giving you access to information where you can make money in minutes. You can make money from your cell phone at any given time of the day. And you're learning about digital currency, which is the future. So it's like, this is God sent. And a lot of people don't see it yet, but I Am Academy is literally preparing you for the future financially, literally. Anything involved in finances and how to make money from your home, how to make money from your phone, how to make money without having money, how to make money without owning stocks or owning any digital currency. They're literally giving you the keys to your freedom and showing you how you can actually get acclimated to the future before it gets here. Now, Bitcoin might not have taken over the whole industry, but it's coming. And you have the information to position and prepare yourself to not only make money, but be able to teach your family. And that's the most important thing, because if you listen to my story, I went to my family first. That's what it's about. It's not about the strangers and your neighbors. You got to start in your home first. If you can change your home, then you can go change somebody else's. So that's what I believe this is. This is the information for you to be prepared for the future financially. You muted, Chad.
You can hear me now, BG?
There you go, there you go.
All right, perfect. So my question to you is, so you're pushing the elite package only?
I'm pushing the elite package only, man, because it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, right? So it's like, maybe you might not do HFX, maybe you might not look at digital currency, but you don't want like the transition to happen to say, hey guys, we're going to HFX now. And now you don't have it, right? Now you have to go upgrade, which is, it's not a big deal to go upgrade. But you know, if you come in all the way in saying, you know what, give me the best package, right? Give me the best package. Because what people tend to do, they want to get base model. Let's be real, family. If you can get any car on the lot, and you go to Mercedes dealership, are you going to get a base model? Are you going to get the fully loaded thing on the lot? Right? Because you might have a bunch of features that you might not use, but hey, it's better to have it and not use it than to use it and not have it, right? So you going for the fully loaded. So that's why I believe elite package is you fully loaded. You got the best engine, you got the best interior, you got the best, you know, software and technology in the whip. You might not know how to use it all, but at some point it's going to be beneficial. And so I always push the elite package because it gives you access to everything. And, you know, maybe we just stay focused on Forex, but you have that access to go look at the digital currency and the high frequency trading as well if you choose to.
DT, man, so what's your rebuttal, right? You're talking to me, right? It's me and you. I'm not Chad. I wasn't making money in 5 links. I'm just an electrician, right? And you're talking to me about, hey, man, 325. I'm gonna get the keys to the future. Hey, I'm gonna learn about this money that's digital you're talking about in a few years. Sounds good, but fuck, man, I only got 160 in my pocket.
Right.
What do you tell me? Do you invest in people? Is there something you say to them? Like, what are you telling me right now? I got 160, bro.
Okay, so you got 160. So, you know, you cannot squeeze blood out of a turnip. If that person genuinely only has $160, then, you know, you can't force them to get a package that they can't afford. But what I tell people, this is my rebuttal, because I say it on all my prospect calls. I say, hey, if you don't have the money, right, I need you to take these notes, because I'm about to show you how to get the money in the next 24 to 48 hours. Lyft, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, Craigslist, eBay, the pawn shop, cash advance payday loan. Hell, you could sell your blood if you were that serious. So cool, you got the 160. Let's go get you the other part so you can get started. It's so many ways to make money out here. Even during COVID, Uber Eats is not out of business. Lyft is still moving, right? DoorDash is still kicking. Grubhub is still kicking, right? You can charge scooters. Like, it's so many ways for you to make additional income and get it in the next 24, 48 hours. But that's if you really want to make a change. So that's always my rebuttal. Like, even if you had $0, I got you. But you got to be willing to get out your way. There's some in your closet that you can go sell at the pawn shop. Go ahead, my bad.
Has BT ever invested in somebody before? And what does that person have to have? Is it energy? Is it a certain look? Talk to me on what would make the end of the Zoom.
So I've definitely invested into people, you know what I'm saying? Like, God's blessed me so I could bless others. So I don't always, you know, just say, hey, go figure it out. If I legit feel a connection and I feel like this person legitimately wants to do this and is just having some type of adversity that's holding them back, then I'll meet them halfway. I'll say, okay, cool. You got 160, I'll give you the other half. I'll give you the other half. You know, but I don't do that for everybody because, you know, people will still take advantage of the fact that they're not paying full price for their freedom. And that's something I want you to pay full price for your freedom because I pay full price for mine. You know, nobody gave me a promo. Nobody said, hey, I'll meet you halfway. So I like for people to have 100% of their skin in the game. because I'm gonna put 100% of my skin in the game. But I have invested in the people. But I do my I have discernment too. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, let's go through some of the options before I say I'm gonna give you my money. Do you have a PlayStation? Yes, sell it. Why? Because I sold mine. Do you have a TV? Yep, sell it. Why? Because I sold mine when I was broke, so I didn't have to go work a job, so I could hustle until I made it happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm never gonna tell somebody to go do something that I haven't done. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I invest in the people, but I also push people to their limit before I decide to give them that, you know, hey, here's $100 towards your membership. No, how far are you willing to go yourself before I, you know, help you out? So if you help yourself, I say, oh, okay, cool. Branden, man, I'm hustling. They come back the next day, man, I'm hustling, man. I got $100. I'm at 260. Hey, man, I love it. I got you the rest of the way. You showed me enough. Cause I now know you serious. But if I tell somebody and then I don't hear from them again, I know, like, if I would have gave them that 100 up front, they wouldn't even took it serious. But somebody that's listening, that means you, before you even got in the business, you were listening, you were coachable, you were willing to do what it takes. So you're gonna be able to transfer that same mindset when it's time to, you know, start moving in this business.
So since we're on the subject of listening, right? Who are you listening to right now? And what was the best advice besides David? Right? Mm-hmm. Who are you listening to right now besides David? And then also, what was the best advice that David gave you?
Okay. I say, who am I listening to right now, man? Honestly, man, I listen to a lot of audiobooks. You know what I'm saying? My virtual mentor is Gary Vee. I love Grant Cardone. And I say listening, man, I gotta be completely honest. I'm more so reading the Bible and finding scriptures, because I'm like, at the end of the day, a lot of people will ask me, well, Branden, what is your personal development like? And I'll keep it real. I started with Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill changed my life. The 17 Keys to Success video changed my life forever. So Napoleon Hill was my first ever like mentor. And, you know, and then came all the other people within the company. But who do I listen to right now? I'm just the Bible, man. I'm just kind of like, because I'm so heavily involved in finding like my purpose and why I'm here. I feel like it's right there in the book. And that's kind of like how I lead my team. I lead my team because I feel like if God is leading me, then I got to lead my team through God. And I don't know where I'm headed, but I know I'm trusting God. He's leading me. So I'm gonna just say, hey, I don't know where he's taking me, but let's go. You know what I'm saying? And the people follow me. But as far as like the best advice that David has given me, I would have to say that, you know, I always used to ask David, like, well, David, how do I motivate my team? And this is at the early stages when I'm like P6, P1000. I was able to, you know, go to a few events and pick his brain. And I asked him, well, how do I keep my team motivated? How do I motivate them? And he says, you can't light the fire under anybody. You can only keep the fire lit under yourself. And once he said that, it stuck with me because I said, okay, I get it. So I can't get so emotionally tied to you not wanting more for your life. I can't get emotionally tied for you not wanting to plug into the cause and you not wanting to take advantage of what you have access to. I just have to lead by example, and I have to move with the knowing that it's gonna work for me and I'm gonna eventually find the right people. And that's what I took away. That was the best advice. It gave me that F it mentality. Like, I'm here to help you, but F it if you're not trying to help yourself. You know what I'm saying? So once he told me that, man, that was really all the words I needed from David. And I kind of just took off, man.
Right on. So let me ask you this. What does this mean to you? What does what you do in private shows in public? What does that mean to you?
Man, that's powerful, Chad. Man, that's big, because a lot of times people think it's what you do in public. And what you do in public doesn't mean anything, honestly, because everybody sees it. And they're judging you off of that, right? But what you do in private, you know what I'm saying, is what that means to me is like, What are you doing when nobody's looking and it's not for the clout? It's not for a congratulations, extra check. It's not for more likes on the gram. It's not for a bunch of comments flooding in your timeline. It's not for the repost. It's not for any of that. It's you saying, I'm doing this because I genuinely want to help somebody else become better. I want to become better, right? Or I'm doing this because it genuinely is the right thing to do. Not because somebody's going to congratulate me or I'm going to get a high five. Hey man, that was dope that you died. See, it's been so many phone calls. I even made a post about it. I said, let me see if I can find it, man, because I want to read it. I want to read the post.
Yeah, man. Take your time, man.
I'm gonna read the post.
One more time for BT in the chat. I need y'all to comment GOAT in the chat. Spell it out with capital letters, GOAT in the chat, as he gives us some more keys. Type it out, spell it all the way out.
Okay, found it.
Yeah, because this is amazing. Go ahead.
Man, I appreciate it, man. This is dope. I like this style, and like it's definitely something that I wanna start doing too. Once I start, you know what I'm saying, getting the people that I feel like is gonna get that value to my team. I like this setup for sure.
Yeah, sure, bro. We don't do nothing regular, bro.
Yeah, I've never done nothing like this. This is dope. Podcast / team building / prospect. I like it. Okay, so here it is. This was my caption. I posted this June 24th. I said, it's never the big events, the maxed out webinars, the crazy content, the drip that get you to the next level. It's always the intimate conversations that you have with your team that nobody knows about. That one text message that changed someone's perspective, or that one late night phone call that got someone in their bag. Understand you must pay attention to the small things to really see the bigger picture. It's the things people don't see that get you to your destination of choice. Remember that. That was the caption. So that's like, that's I don't do things for the clout. I don't do things for congratulations. I don't care about any of that. I don't need to take pictures with the CEO, with the C750. I never came in this wanting validation from anybody else. I came in because I wanted to help my family. And once I understood I could help other people's family, then that was the mission. It was never to look cool, get a bunch of followers. That just happened to come with it. And we did a call the other night, purpose over profits. I never was chasing the money. Of course, I wanted to rank up and get to a point where I could be financially free and not have to depend on a 9 to 5. But it was never really about the money. It was about me being free so I could understand why God put me here. Because until you completely walk off a 9 to 5, and this is no disrespect to anybody with a 9 to 5, you might like your task and your responsibilities at your job, but there's no way you like the system in which those responsibilities lay. Cool, you like being a nurse. Cool, you like being a doctor. Cool, you like being an engineer. Cool, you like being a physician, whatever that is. But you can't like having a lunch break. You can't like having a certain amount of time designated for vacation. You can't like that you got to call in sick. Like, there's no way you like that. So you can't love your job. You like what the task, but you can't like the system. And until you get out of that system, then you never gonna tap into who you are and your highest potential. Your highest potential. You're not there because you're letting somebody else dictate your life and your time.
Man, that's smooth, man. Let me ask you something, because you said you started with family. I'm sure there's 500 people on the line. Comment 1 in the chat if you started with your family, right? So what about the people, right? What about the people whose family is not like yours, you know, or they're not supportive? What if your family says, you know what, you go out there and you do that shit first, and don't you tell nobody don't you call nobody matter of fact, you don't even come to the barbecue if you don't have results. What's next for that person?
Well, I'll be the first person to say, you know, your family is not gonna be your biggest supporter starting off. You know, and now you guys might look and see like my mom is a huge supporter, and she's always been a supporter no matter what we do. But I'll be very transparent with you all. I'm a hustler. I've always had my hands in a bunch of different things. I've always done a bunch of different, side hustles at once. And so when I told my mom about this, she just was like, oh, okay, that's nice. Cause it was just like, oh, you did 5 links, you did that, you did this. And I was making 6 figures, so she wasn't worried about me. She was like, oh, okay, that's nice, son. But I was like, no, mom, this is gonna take me to the next level. I'm gonna become a millionaire. And I probably had said it so much that she was like, oh, okay, cool, that's nice. Have fun. And it took me going to Aruba. It took me going to Aruba and me making money at the dinner table. We was at an Italian restaurant in Aruba, and I made more than what it cost to feed the whole family at the table. It was when the check came. Of course, I had to pay with my card because I couldn't withdraw. But I said, "Oh, it's all good. I made it. I got it, y'all." And I just dropped the table I just dropped the phone in the middle of the table. I just had made like $190 on silver, just random trade, and that was my real account. And then it was at that point my mom said, "Okay, I'm getting started when we get back." So sometimes you got to be that blunt, like, "Yo, I'm really doing this." Like, don't try to convince them with words. Don't try to do no presentation. Pull up in something new. Start dressing different. Start wearing the suit. You got to change before they do. Don't, because what's going to happen is you're going to be excited. You're going to have all this energy. You're going to be like, "Oh, look, I know how to trade." And they're going to kill your vibe. They're going to kill your vibe because they don't understand the vision. But what they do understand is that new Beamer pulling up. What they do understand is you getting a new apartment. What they do understand is you walking in with a new suit. What they do understand is when other people start celebrating you before they do. That's what they're going to understand. So it was no way my mom was going to let me go so far with this and not say, "Okay, son, I see what you're doing. Slow down. Mama here. I see it now. I need in. I need parts of that." Right? Exactly. So don't get emotionally attached to people's yes or no. Even your own family. I have gotten rich with more strangers than my family. Bryce, my brother, is the only one, and that's because he was my younger brother and he just followed anything I did. Hooping, I went and got my engineering degree. He went to school for engineering. I went to HBCU. He went to HBCU. I pledged. He pledged. He was just following my lead, right? And so if maybe he was my older brother, he might have not got started. So Bryce was the only family member that actually dove in with me. But everybody else was kind of like apprehensive about it and kind of slow to get on until I started showing what it was, until I started actually having results. So don't expect people to buy into the vision, right? Don't expect people to buy into the vision because only you can see that. Give them something that they can see too, because they can't see your vision, but they can see that Beamer. They can see you moving out of the crib.
That's strong, man.
You know what I'm saying? So don't tell them.
What did you say? Say that again. You said, don't show them your vision, show them a vision they can see.
Right.
That is sheesh. That is
powerful.
Sheesh. So hey, let me ask you something, man. The guy that just actually said, make sure you mute your lines out, guys. Seriously, I'm about to kick everybody off. All right, mute your lines out, right? But the guy that's in that all red background right there, that just had to unmute himself, right? He's in Barbados. He's 15 people away from Chairman 25, right?
Oh, let's knock that out.
Right. So what now? Let's go back to you, right? So if you're chairman, now how do you build this thing, BT? Right? We got a whiteboard. Let's say me and you are in Cali, and I pulled up on you, you pulled up on me, whatever, right? And I sit down and I say, bro, I need one I'm launching.
Okay.
I got a huge network. I'm about to put 5,000 people in this business.
Let's do it.
I saw you on YouTube, BT, because your intro to your video was so lit. We'll get into that later, but you got my same style, so I'm joining you, right?
Right.
So here's me, right? This is me. I'm Chad, right? Boom. This is my man Akil right here, right? Boom. This is my man Cool Jones right here, right?
Cool Jones.
Right, and then this is my man right here, Akeem.
3 legs. We strong.
Right, this is my 3 legs, right? I'm P150 now.
Right.
You see this? I'm P150. Now Cool Jones, as you see, he going C100.
Right.
So boom, he got about 5,000 right? And then Akil over here, he got about 35. And then here go Akeem right here. He wants to go from, what is it? Let's give him let's say 1,100, right?
Okay.
He's 15 away, but let's just say 100 away,
Okay.
right? So now, what is the conversation, right? We're trying to go to the next level. We're trying to go from 6 figures to millionaire status. So what is the conversation that I'm talking to my leaders on down?
Okay. So, what I always tell people is, this is about relationships. It's
And hold on, 2-part question, so you can know how to answer it too. And we're grinding, and we got a pool of 100 leads. Now, do we structure this straight down, or how do we identify to fill out positions, or do you not do that? Are you just putting it straight down, or do you say, hey, Akeem, I see you're 15 people away. I see this girl over here. She just needs, if you're 15 away, we could just make her a P600, right? And if that's the case, what quality does she need to have for us to bless her like that?
Got you. Okay, so the first thing I would need to know is, who are the leaders? So if we got, Cool Jones, we got Akil, and we got Akeem. I'm like, well, you said Akil had what, 3,500 people?
Yep, we got 35.
35. So he's C50 on his way to C100, and then we got C100, and then we got a C25. I always like to work with my weak leg because I need my weak leg to at some point be what with my middle leg. I can have a crazy leg, but I really need those other two to be what. I don't really want to have too much of a weak leg. So I want to get Akeem to the next position as soon as possible, because we all know when you pop chairman, you pop a rank, that's momentum. That's instant momentum for your organization. So I would go to Akeem, I would say, Akeem, who is your up and coming leaders? Who are the people that are like P1000 on the verge of P2000 or P2000 on the verge of P5? And those are the people that we need to go grab. And so we say, okay, cool. He might find 5 leaders. I say, okay, out of those 5 leaders, if you quit today, who's gonna still keep running? Out of those 5, you gotta be real. They're gonna be real. Okay, out of those 5, maybe 2. Because let's be real, we all got leaders that are great leaders, but we gotta still stay on them. Like if we don't call them, they might lose the energy. You gotta keep reminding them that they this far away, and okay, you gotta just be real. And then you got people, without a shadow of a doubt, you can die and they still running. They might show up to your funeral, but they might be at a prospect meeting because they just gonna get it done regardless. So you gotta be real with who your people are. Okay, cool, it's 2 of them. You might have 2 people out of those 5 that are your strong leaders. Now we go to those 2 and we say, all right, I need to get on the phone with them. I need to feel that energy. What are you doing? I'm gonna talk to them, and you gonna know, because I'm gonna be like, yo, so what's going on? Yeah, man, I'm about to hit P5, man. I'm doing 100 calls. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Oh yeah, he the one. He the one. They gonna let you know, because when you call your leaders, it should be an instant tone of I'm about to get it done. I'm about to get it done.
Well, how important is the tone?
The tone is very, very important. Look, if I call any of my leaders right now, I can call C25, Troy Mitchell right now. He gonna be like, what's up, baby? Let's go.
Okay.
He's ready. If I call Knowledge Smith, he's C25, C50 low. What's up, baby? Let's go. I'm telling you.
Hold on. Now call Chad Thompson real quick. Call me real quick.
I'm calling Chad Thompson because I need to see what is his tone. What is Chad's tone? What is his energy? Chad, what's going on?
What's up, bro?
Oh man, everything up, but everything don't sound up with you.
So
you see what I'm saying?
You hanging up or what's up?
I'm not gonna hang up, but I had 15 people I was about to put under you, but now I'm second guessing because your energy isn't there.
Because I'm alone. Because at the end of the day, I'm private, and what you do in private shows in public. So if I can't be excited by my damn self, I can't trust me with 15 people.
Come on now. Come on. It's right there. People be thinking it's hard. It's not. Don't expect for Chad to reach out. You got this low energy. You don't know what he has. He might have a $20,000 promotion. He want to give you 5,000 of it, but your energy too low. Next leader. Next leader. Because I don't want to put somebody in. Look, I still personally get wrong. What'd you say?
That's just next leader in your mind, right?
Next leader in my mind. I'm going to the next person because it's not about me just getting to the next level. I want to build a sustainable foundation. I don't want to have people falling off and leaders quitting. I'm going to give it to the people that are most deserving and have the right energy and the right attitude. You can be a superstar, but your energy is too low. I'm going to give it to the up and coming hustler who might not be as talented, maybe can't speak as well, maybe doesn't have all the trading strategies down, but they're hungry. And if I continue to feed them, they will eventually get to that point where they are polished and they are able to speak.
Hey, let me ask you something, man. On that note, how do you, because you said sense of discernment in the beginning, and now you're talking about some leader stuff. So now we got to dive in, right? How do you evaluate the commitment of your up and coming leader? So we talked about the tone. So anybody can see BT. Now that I know that, now next time you call me and I see your name on the ID, I'm gonna make sure I stand up when I answer. I'm like, what's up, bro? So besides that, right? Because now we gave them that game, so some fakers can change their tone now, right?
Right.
So how do we evaluate the commitment level? Like, is there any way that you evaluate it? Is it just looking at their IG? Is it them tagging you on Instagram? Like, how do you evaluate the commitment level?
Right. And so I have a lot of relationships. Some people say you need to build like, 8 levels deep. Man, I've probably built like 25, 30 levels deep because I'm not Hollywood. Whoever want to work, whoever want to get to the next level, I'm gonna work with that person. But if I have a relationship with you, I'm watching you at all times. Even when you think I'm not watching, I might not call you, I might not text you, I'm still watching. I had a recent conversation with one of my P5s that should have been a C10, right? I actually went to Austin a couple days ago and they were out there. Mind you, 90 days before I went to Houston to help this individual go from P2 to P5. 90 days later, they're still at P5. So I had to have a real conversation. And this person didn't think I was watching because I wasn't calling, I wasn't texting, right? I wasn't communicating with them over this course of the 3 months. Yeah, we DM'd a few times, but there was no intimate conversation about the business. And so I just wanted to sit back and watch. And I noticed that this person stopped posting. They weren't showing elevation. And so when they came to me, and I said, so what's up? Like, I told them straight, I said, I'm disappointed that after 90 days of being in P5, you're still not Chairman 10. And then this person started explaining, well, I don't know what to do, this, that, and the third. And I said, look, all that sounds good, but you're not showing any elevation in your life or your business.
Hold on, so let's pause real quick. So that's a P5 making $60,000 residual, and they're still saying, I don't know what to do. So that's facts out there in the world. So, because I'm sure there's a P1 right now who's like, wow, so I can get all the way to P5 not knowing what to do?
You can still get to P5 and get stuck. Family, you got to understand, this is a constant growing business. Your business is always growing, so you have to stay growing. If there's new people coming in your business every single day, that means you need to be growing every single day. So think about it. Your growth as a leader should mirror your growth in your business. So if you're not growing, your business isn't. But if you're growing every day, it makes sense. So when Chad hits Chairman 100, C250, C500, it won't be a coincidence that he's grown personally and his organization has as well. You see people, some people are stagnant, or some people that they struggle to get over a P1, P2, and it's like, what is it? It's because they've stopped growing internally and they're so worried about the external growth that they're not developing on the inside. You're so worried about getting 75 more people, but you're not developing them into the person that can control and lead 75 more people.
Got you.
So that's the thing. It's like you have to grow with the ranks. Otherwise, you're gonna, even if you might hit it and then you're gonna lose it, because you have to grow internally as well as externally, right? She said, "What's your advice for people who are stuck and stagnant?" You're not stuck. You're just not getting promoted because you're not ready. Think about it. If you're at work, is your boss just gonna get you a raise just because you've been there for 3 months? Or do you have to show growth? Oh, okay, this person is worth more. It's the same thing. Are you worth more than you were 30 days ago? What else? What other value can you provide? You want to go chairman 10, but you're not worth 6 figures. You're not giving that type of value. So bro, you can say, bro, go ahead, Chad.
Smoke the screen, bro. Let me ask you this, man. How important in because we got like 7 minutes left, right? So give me some short, powerful answers.
All right.
Cause we're gonna try to get a lot in these next 5 minutes. And if you appreciate BT's time, because we don't want to waste his time, y'all put some hearts in the chat, because this is Love Zone. This is overtime right now. This is overtime. All right, BT. So how important is video marketing to you?
Oh man, it's super important, man. I didn't do a lot of it at the beginning, but I saw the importance. I saw you doing it. I saw the YouTube. I saw Rich Off the Net. I saw all y'all doing it. And I was like, man, I need to get to a place. But I realized that, one, you got to have a dope videographer that's consistent and you vibe with. Otherwise, it's not going to work. That's what I've seen. But it's very important because what it does is it validates your business even more, and it documents your growth. So you don't have to wait till you chairman 10 to start a YouTube channel. You don't have to wait till you a big P5,000. You can start it at P150. Document the journey. People will, you might not get a lot of views now, but that's not to say when you hit chairman 25, they're not gonna go back and say, what did this person do? They're gonna say, how did you get here? Go watch my YouTube channel. It documents the whole thing. Brandon, how'd you get from C250 to chairman 750? Go watch my YouTube channel. Document your journey. A lot of times, and this is something I did, I'll be real. I said, let me wait till I get to like a good chairman position, then I'll start documenting. And I wish I didn't think that way, because it would have been cool to document it from like P2 to now.
Talk about it.
It was a little ego and pride. I said, nobody gonna want it. They're gonna want to see the chairman and the big drips and the whips and stuff. But I'm gonna tell you right now, people fall in love with journeys.
Yes, they do.
They fall in love with it. Your favorite rapper, your favorite hooper, your favorite actor, you don't like them for their talent. You like them for how they got to where they are. I promise you. You like them because of their story. It's not their talent alone. You like the story behind the talent. And so build your story behind the talent. Everybody on this call has a unique story and journey, and somebody, if not thousands of people, will connect and they will want to follow you. And maybe they might not join your business, but it's not about just people joining your business. It's about you being inspiring and motivating to somebody else, and just documenting your growth and saying, hey, I didn't start off rich. I started off right here just like you. Yeah. And because I did these things along the way, that's how I got here. So videography, very, very important. It's more important than pictures.
Have you ever told someone in your inner circle to do video marketing and they haven't?
Absolutely.
So how do you respond to them not doing what you told them to do, and you know that that's what's holding them back?
So it's kind of like the same thing that David told me, you know what I'm saying? You can't light the fire under somebody, you can just keep it lit under you. So I like to show people, like, because once again, Chad, I'm not gonna tell you to do something that I'm not doing, right? Okay. So what I'll do is, and you can be petty if you want. I'm petty. I like to be petty. If I tell you to do something, I know you're not doing it, I'm gonna drop a fire video and I'm gonna tag you in it.
Okay.
You can be a P1000, I'm a C250, I'm gonna still tag you. I'm gonna keep tagging you.
Watching.
Cause look at what I'm doing. It's working. And then I rank up. Oh, snap. And I dare you to congratulate me, because then I'm on you again. Stop congratulating me. I want to congratulate you. You keep watching, and you're not applying what I'm teaching you. Some people think that you know, you have to have this direct mentor. No, guys, understand, just watch and apply. See what works.
So real quick.
Yeah.
What, cause it seems like from the outside looking in, right? Cause how long have you been in IM?
3 years.
Wow, right? So I've been in 3.5, right? So it seemed like you just came in and took off, right? So what is the most tragic thing that's happened to you in your 3-year journey, bro? Cause it just seemed like nothing's happened, bro. So kind of talk to me about, just tell me something bad. Like what the hell happened? Like, has it all been good?
No, absolutely not. It hasn't all been good, but you know, I don't wear my heart on my sleeve, and I don't show what's going on. I don't let my circumstance dictate my future. So here's one of the bad things that happened, and you can say it's bad or good or indifferent, whatever. But I was P2000. What people don't know is I was P2000 for 15 months.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I was a P2 for 15 months, and it wasn't
a year's pay. I did not know that.
Yes, bro. I was a P2000 for 15 months. I hit P2000 like early November of 2017. I didn't hit P5 until January 28th of 2019. So that was one of the, that was a very, very troubling struggle, like 15 months, like being closed and having a pullback, being closed and having a pullback. It was very discouraging, but that was one of the things that I got over. But it wasn't the fact that I couldn't do it. It wasn't the fact that I wasn't putting in the work, family. It was my mindset, and it was the sacrifice that I didn't make. I had to make a decision. I said, you know what? I got to walk off this job. That's what's holding me back. As soon as you understand what's holding you back, okay, identify the problem. I said it's my job. Now I got to sacrifice my job to get the lifestyle that I want. Most people wouldn't let go of a 6-figure job that's steady coming in every 2 weeks. But I said, this is crazy. I'm about to walk off a 6-figure job. I live in California. It's very expensive out here. I'm thinking about this at P2000. I said, you know what? I can't wait till Chairman 10 to walk off. P5, when I get to P5, I'm out of there. So once I hit P5, I walked off my job 5 days later.
Because that was a pay cut. P5
that was a huge pay cut. That was a huge pay cut. But one thing I always did, I'm not a super flashy guy. Yeah, I like the Dior and the drip. I do that. But honestly, my core, I'm a frugal guy. I always live below my means. And I was doing that when I was an engineer, because I said, in the event I got to walk off or something happens, I don't want to live this lifestyle that's tied to me trading time for my money, right? So I lived beneath my means. So P5 was good. My bills was only like $3,000, right? So I was like, I can make this work. And 30 days after I walked off my job, I hit C10.
Wow.
It was like 32 days, but I walked off January 28th. I hit C10 March 1st of 2019.
When you went, so when you made the right sacrifice.
The right sacrifice. Not the one that's comfortable. That's not a true sacrifice. The one that like keeps you up at night. You got anxiety. You calling your mom and says, "This the right?" Your friend, "This the right?" You just going back and forth. Should I have done this? That one. That's the one. The one you know you got to sacrifice.
Because last week we had Sydney Jones on the podcast, and she said that her sacrifice was when Riyadh spent their rent money to go to Bob Proctor. And then after Bob Proctor, he was Chairman 10, deranked the Platinum 2000, went to Bob Proctor still with the rent money. And then after that, he went straight from 2000 to Chairman 25. So I want y'all to take note of the right sacrifice, how it might be tough, it might be scary, but it always works and is always on God's time. So I want to end this with just anything you would like to say, BT, man. You're a legend, man. You're definitely top 10 in the entire industry. I think there's like 8 million distributors. So top 10 is like you're just the GOAT, period. So what would you like to tell us in closing? And we appreciate your time. I'm sure I can speak for everybody and just say thank you. And what would you like to leave us, man? Because we're gonna go running after this. So whatever you say is gold, and we running, bro. So what do you got for us?
First and foremost, I appreciate you for all the kind words, Chad. Really, I'm honored to be on this podcast. And if it's some things I can leave y'all with, don't.
All right, go ahead, BT.
He muted too, bro.
Okay, my bad. I was muted. Prophets, chase your purpose, right? Understand, like the things that we discussed on this call, this podcast today, it won't make sense if you're chasing money, right? It's hard to build relationships when you focus on money. When you focus on your purpose, look, I said this, you have to do things on purpose to move in your purpose, meaning you have to be intentional, right? So if I'm focusing on my purpose and understanding who I am, I'm being very aware of the relationships, the conversations, the sacrifices, the lack of sacrifices that I'm making in my life. And when I can quiet the noise and I can focus on who am I supposed to be, then I can start making the right choices for my life. And that's gonna lead me to where I need to go a lot faster and a lot sooner. So I'll say this, guys, look, some will, some won't. So what? Next, keep running. You have a GOAT, you have a legend and a great leader in Chad Thompson. And I've seen this guy kill it in multiple different companies. And there's no coincidence that he's a 7-figure earner. And this one, C250 loading. If you're not following him, who are you following? And understand that it starts from the top and it trickles down. So whatever you want to see in your organization, make sure that you're displaying that every single day.
All right, hey, can you end us with the A countdown to 3? We want to sound off. Unmute y'all lines. Right. ABT.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Can you lead us in the 1, 2, 3? Hey, 3. Hey, unmute y'all face though. Y'all gotta unmute y'all face. Y'all face.
Let's do it. Got three numbers.
Now, man, let's get it.
You walk in your purpose. Nobody else is. Try to be like him. Don't try to be like her. Two, I need you to understand that until you walk in your purpose, you'll never understand what people like me, Chad, David, right, Bob Proctor, Matt Rose, and Bryce Thompson are talking about, because we're walking in our purpose. The money is already done. Now we just want to help you understand that you can do what we're doing times 10, but you got to walk in your purpose. Stop chasing the money. Chase who you really are. This last number is very critical, because this is you actually activating the true person you are. Not who you want to be, not who you used to be, but who you're supposed to be. So I need you to activate, guys. I need you to send this symbolism of praise to the heavens. Vibrate let your frequency vibrate through the entire universe, because somebody across the world needs to feel you, so they can slide in your DMs and say, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to go see 750. Let's get it. 3.